Welcome, Misfits, to the review of WWE Hell in a Cell, which is October 8th, 2017, right?
That is correct.
I got the date right because usually I get dates wrong. But I was not the only one to watch, right?
No, this is Lady Astros, and I also watched, and I was pretty excited.
You have not watched a WWE programming for a while now.
It's been a few weeks since I've watched. I've been a little busy, but I decided to get back into the swing of things, and I was not disappointed by tonight.
Yeah. I haven't done a review since, I think, when was the last time I did a review? It's when Jinder Mahal won, and I've been wanting to do another one, but I just haven't really got into it. Kind of took a little break from it. But we watched Hell in a Cell. There was some moments to where I was just like, oh, okay. There was matches where I was happy about, and there was one particular match I was not happy about.
I was as disappointed as you were. I think we're talking about the same match.
Yeah. Well, we'll eventually get to that one, but let's talk about the Hell in a Cell match between Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens.
Yeah. The main event for tonight was more of like a disagreement type settlement.
Well, if anybody else was following with the whole thing, they know that these two had the whole feud, the beef, everything with each other, especially with Kevin Owens talking about Shane McMahon, that he should have passed away in that plane crash or helicopter crash that he was in, and then said that it would have benefited his kids if he was gone, and his wife and everything. Mm-hmm. Basically just talking about his family. Right.
Dissing on his family.
But I feel like this match was pretty good. I mean, they fought outside the ring. They were inside the ring. Jade wanted the doors open. It went onto the outside. I think both of us were hoping that it would end up on top of the cage.
Oh yeah, I remember in the beginning of the match, because I had never seen like a cage match like this before, so I was pretty excited. And I remember you in the beginning had said, "Oh, it's going to end up on top of the cage," and I was like, "Oh, I hope it does."
Yeah, they were slamming each other up on top, and then there was power bombs also on top, and I was just waiting for that one little spot on top of the cage to give out, because it seemed like it seemed like it kept like going lower and lower every time they kept slamming each other down.
Yeah, every time I was watching each part, I was watching that part of the cage that was just like dipping lower and lower, and I was like, "There's no way like that thing's gonna hold, like it's gonna break at some point." And I think not even just us, but I think like the audience was just like waiting for that thing to break.
Well, then there was a part where Kevin Owens was thinking about throwing Shane off, where the table was down at the bottom, and then he started trying to get down, and Shane was trying to get down, like trying to grab him, and they were about mid cage. I think they were slamming each other's heads against the cage, mid cage.
Pretty much in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, and then Shane McMahon slammed Kevin Owens' head against the cage, and then he bounced off, and then he went down through the table. And I think at that point you're like, that was a little anticlimactic, but
yeah, because I was kind of like, okay, like I thought, because they started climbing down, and I was like, oh, I thought someone was gonna get thrown off, or I thought the cage in the middle was gonna break, and I was like, oh, that's kind of lame. Like nothing cool happened because they both just climbed down.
Well, that's when I told you, I'm like, well, it's either they leave it at that or Shane does something even more crazier, which eventually he did. I mean, he could have just pinned him right there if he really wanted to, but he cleared out the other table, put Kevin Owens on that table, and then he went up on top. And that's where everything was like, what the hell's going on right now?
Yeah, everyone was in like a what the fuck moment at that time.
Yeah, because Kevin Owens looked like he just got up and moved out of the way because the camera was kind of panned out when Shane started going down, and Shane went through the table, and then all of a sudden Sami Zayn's out there and he pulls Kevin Owens off the table, and I had no clue I didn't even expect anything like that to happen. I don't know. It was one of those things to where I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, I was watching and I was like, wait, what? Like, what just happened? Sami Zayn just came in and pulled him out of the way. Like, what is going on right now?
Yeah, so I think eventually, like, because it just showed Sami Zayn putting Shane McMahon on, or Kevin Owens on Shane McMahon, and having him pin him, so Kevin Owens won, and then Sami Zayn's just like, he's got this look on him while he's leaving, like he didn't know what he was doing, or he just felt disappointed or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. And then I feel like something will happen eventually. I mean, Shane McMahon did all this for his family, even for his father. And so with him not winning tonight, something will probably happen. Kevin Owens will probably say something on SmackDown or something. Something will happen eventually.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it plays out. But it was definitely quite the exciting finish, because you were just like so confused. I was so confused about what was happening. And I don't even know if Sami Zayn knew what was happening. His face was just like, what did I just do?
I feel like he was just like, I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Well, they used to be best friends at one time. And I don't know. I don't know if it's a fact of like, because I remember Kevin Owens on SmackDown one time saying you came to SmackDown from Raw because you weren't really being used on Raw, and then you come to SmackDown to be used, but now you're basically not being used here either. So it could be a whole thing of Sami Zayn just being like, all right, well, it's my turn to stick it to the boss or something, you know?
Yeah, well, maybe he just felt like he was justified to play a part in, getting some revenge as well. But I don't know. I enjoyed how it played out because it was surprising. Like, I wasn't expecting it. Like, because we were talking and we're like, oh, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. Well, neither of us predicted that to happen.
Yeah. So overall, I enjoyed it as well. It was a good match, but let's get to the disappointing match that I was not really all about. And you know what match that is.
Yeah, Jinder Mahal and Nakamura.
Yeah, because that one was. Well, they wrestled before for the WWE Championship, and Jinder Mahal ended up winning because of the Singh brothers. And it's weird because Jinder Mahal is supposed to be a heel, but he's been getting a lot of clean wins. Mm-hmm. But there's also interference and everything, and this time the Singh brothers tried to do the same thing, but they got thrown out, and then I don't know what happened after that. I feel like it was just a mess after that.
They kind of succeeded though, because if you remember, the Singh brothers came in and they were being a distraction, and the ref was distracted with them throwing them out, and Mahal had time to recover. And I feel like if Mahal hadn't had that time to recover, maybe Nakamura would have been able to, get him.
Yes, I don't know. It's just I feel like ever since, because Shinsuke Nakamura when he was in NXT, he was doing really good. He was having really good matches with some of the top guys that were in NXT at that time, like Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, just to name some of them. He had a really good match against Sami Zayn also in NXT. Then he comes into SmackDown and they make him look really good against other people, but then they put him against Jinder Mahal, and it seems like they kind of, I feel like they kind of watered him down a little bit in this whole thing with him. I
mean, he got talked up so much before the match too. I remember listening to them talking him up, talking about how he was just so good and all this different stuff. But I don't know. I think Mahal is just going to hold that title for a while. Yeah, it was a good match, but it was disappointing.
Yeah, it was disappointing, and I just remember just what I said after. I'm like, I'm done with this. That was shit, and I think that was some of the that was some of the watered down stuff that I said, compared to other things I could have said.
I was just talking about how swollen Mahal looked.
Yeah. You were like, you're waiting for him to explode or something.
He just looks like a balloon that's taken on too much water or too much pressure, and it's just ready to just burst at any moment.
Yeah, something along the lines of you were waiting for someone to make a cartoon out of Jinder Mahal and having him blow up in the cartoon or something.
Yeah, I just imagine him like fighting someone in the cartoon, and then just like all of a sudden he's like flexes his muscles and he just explodes. that's what I have going on in my head. If anyone out in our audience is able to do that, please do so. I would die with laughter.
I'm pretty sure you'll pay somebody to do that.
I would. I totally would.
But overall, I didn't like it. It was a championship match. It was WWE championship match. But overall, I wouldn't rate that match too high.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
I think one of the best matches of the night. I mean, we had other matches like Randy Orton versus Rusev. We had the women's SmackDown championship match. We had Bobby Roode against Dolph Ziggler. But I think out of the two matches that we already talked about, I think the other good match that I enjoyed was the tag team championship match, the SmackDown ones. The Usos against the New Day.
Yeah, that was the other in a cell match, and I really enjoyed that one. I thought it was eventful, and it went back and forth, so you were kind of not really sure, like, you know, if one was dominating the other or whatever. But it was a really good match.
It was a really good match, and these two teams have been going back and forth with each other in different matches, and they put on really good matches. And to be honest, I would have to feel like in WWE, not overall like in the wrestling world, but in WWE, I would feel like the Usos are probably my favorite tag team at this moment in WWE. I'm not saying like all wrestling world. I mean, if I had to talk about in all wrestling world, I would probably have to say Young Bucks, but you know, we won't talk about that because I don't want to get a cease and desist letter like they did from WWE at this moment. But yeah, you know.
I think one of my favorite parts about that whole match was when they had one of the Uso guys like pinned in the cage, like with the kendo sticks.
When they had him in the corner.
Yeah, they had him in the corner, and they had these sticks wedged across, so he was like literally in like a little stick prison, and they were just like beating him up while he was like pinned in the corner. That part just made me like, I was really interested in it. It was funny.
Just some of the spots and just some of everything was like put together really well. Like everything, like all the high spots, everything, the weapon spots. I think it all gelled together, and they put together something really well. And like I told you, you know, at the end of it, I was like, it's either going to go, you know, to either team because they did so well. Like it's a toss up, and I'm really not mad at who won. I mean, I would be happy with either or to win the match.
I wasn't one way or the other either. I was kind of like, okay, whichever one's fine. And then I just enjoyed how it went really back and forth the entire time, and you just were really not sure who was going to win.
Yeah, so overall, I feel like that was a pretty good match. And what else do we have? We had Randy Orton against Rusev, which was okay. I mean, I don't really have too much to say about it. It was a good match. I enjoy Randy Orton. He's a veteran at this point right now, and I just want him. I feel weird for him to be in a like a good guy role. Usually, when I think of Randy Orton, it's always been a bad guy role. So I'm just ready for a bad guy Randy Orton again.
Yeah, I always have. I mean, I haven't been watching wrestling nearly as long as you have, like only a little while. But the only time that I've been watching, Orton has been a good guy in my eyes, and I'm okay with that. Like it's been fine for me because I don't know anything different. But yeah, that match was just kind of like it was okay. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't great. It was just okay.
It was just a good in between match.
Yeah.
And then we had Charlotte against Natalya, which I don't know. I was kind of disappointed in that as well. I mean, as good as Charlotte is, she's gotten, you know, she's had pretty good matches against other women, and I just felt like this match was just okay. I didn't like the finish at all. It was a cheap finish. I mean, I expected because Natalya's a heel and everything, but I don't know. I guess this sets up for more future matches between the two, I guess.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed in that one too because I was expecting Charlotte to, come out and do something. But that's what you get, with Natalya being a heel and stuff. That by the disqualification is, how she won. But I was really rooting for Charlotte because of what happened with, her coming back after her dad was sick and Natalya just being like, bitch, nobody cares about your dad. Like, that was really... So I was rooting for Charlotte.
Overall, it was also an okay match. It was...
It's okay.
It didn't disappoint me as much as the Shinsuke Nakamura and Jinder Mahal match because that one really pissed me off.
Well, you just had super high expectations for that one.
I did, but then I'm like, okay, well, this whole thing... Okay, honestly, the whole thing about it is that the reason why Jinder Mahal is champion right now is because he's technically he's Indian from India, and they're doing the whole promotion over there, and let's keep them happy. Let's keep them happy that we have an Indian champion. But come on, it's Shinsuke Nakamura. Come on, like really, like what. When is he going to win the WWE Championship? Like, really? Like, I'm waiting for that. I'm done with Jinder Mahal now. I mean, I'll be honest. I was happy about Jinder Mahal winning WWE Championship when he did at the time, but now it's just like one of those things to where we're rolling out these opponents for him, and you got the Singh brothers, and it's like, okay, well, let's make him look dominant, and let's just like make him keep winning,
Yeah.
I mean, if they put someone like AJ Styles against him and they make him go over AJ Styles like in an easy way that he has been with Shinsuke Nakamura, then I'm over it. I'm done. I'm over it.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really feel. I mean, we're going back talking about this match again, but I think it's because it's just so frustrating to both of us. Like, they didn't even give Nakamura like a real fighting chance. I feel like I just felt like Mahal pretty much dominated the match. Like, I was kind of expecting him to win, even though I was not rooting for him to win. Like, because I was just like, okay, like, and I kind of figured the Singh brothers were going to interfere at some point. So I don't know. Yeah, it was just overall frustrating.
I could go all night about this, but I would rather not go all night about this. But overall, I feel like the pay-per-view itself was okay. I mean, there was I just feel like there was only 3 matches that were actually no, but just 2 matches that were actually worth watching.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the WWE Championship match, but you already went on the rant about that, so. I would just say the SmackDown Tag Team Championship and the Hell in a Cell match. Both Hell in a Cell matches. They were both Hell in a Cell matches. Both of them were the highlight of the match, or
yeah.
not match, highlight of the night.
Those were.
I'm still heated. Okay.
Those were very enjoyable to watch. The Hell in a Cell matches. I mean, we can touch base really quickly and just talk about the 3-way, who won that, and then the Ziggler match.
Oh yeah! I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me about that. I forgot about the AJ Styles and Baron Corbin and Ty Dillinger.
10.
Yeah.
10.
I'm all about Ty Dillinger and the 10 chance.
Yeah, I mean, that match was kind of just okay too for me. Like, I remember I was thinking, okay, this is dragging on a little too long for me.
Yeah. Actually, no. Actually, I revert from what I said about only 2 matches being entertaining. Actually, 3 matches. Yeah, well, I'll put that match in there for the 3rd one.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it was pretty entertaining. It was good. I personally feel like it went on a little too long, going back and forth. But it was a decent match. It was interesting to watch the 3 of them fight.
Yeah, it was decent, and I liked it. I wasn't expecting Baron Corbin to win.
No, but, I wasn't expecting him to win either. I thought maybe Ty Dillinger might win just because of like the whole, thing where he wanted to be a part of the match and stuff. I was kind of just expecting him to win, so I was a little surprised when Corbin won. Yeah,
it was actually pretty good, but I would say that was probably the 3rd match that was worth watching tonight. But other than that, everything else, yeah.
Yeah, and then we can just mention real quick about Ziggler and Bobby Roode. Is that his name?
Yeah, Bobby Roode. Yeah.
Glorious. Roode defeated Ziggler in that match, and that was, not in my opinion, nothing really special, but just to touch on that and say that.
But I think, because I think Dolph Ziggler is there's a rumor that Dolph Ziggler is kind of, I think they say his contract will be up soon, and he's not really happy with his position with the company. I mean, he's really hasn't really been doing anything since for the last like 2 years. He's just been tossed around here and there. So I think this is one of the last hurrahs for him. So the match was okay. I'm just waiting for Bobby Roode's a good wrestler, and I'm waiting for him to be in a top position role. I mean, it's good to see him kind of just come right in from NXT and be in some type of match, but I'm just waiting for him to be in a top tier match.
Yeah,
but the match was just a filler match, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was definitely a filler match. I do enjoy his little gimmick with the whole glorious thing and his like intro song and stuff. I enjoy that.
Oh, don't. If Josh was here, he would go full out glorious on us right now. He would yell that out right now.
Oh, Josh.
Which he should have been here as well, but
damn it, Josh.
But we digress from that. So overall, I feel like the whole pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell in itself, was just worth probably 3 matches. All the other ones were just okay. But overall, I would just say just watch for the 3. That's about it.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm excited for?
What are you excited for?
Tables, ladders, and chairs.
Oh, you're waiting for that Raw brand one.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited for that one.
You're excited because you I don't think you ever seen a TLC match.
No, I haven't, and I saw the preview for it on one of the commercial breaks of tonight's pay-per-view event, and I was like, yes, yes.
Well, I'm gonna have to probably send you a video of one of the good TLC matches, and you're gonna be like, what the hell?
Maybe we'll do a review of that one too. So Misfits, tune in later for the TLC review.
Yeah. So. But I guess that's overall just what we think about the whole Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. If any of you like the review that we had, I mean, it's been a while since we've done this, so we're trying to get the dust off of everything of how to do the whole review and everything. So if you like what you heard, if you want to hear some more, just subscribe and also give the video a like, and maybe for Josh, because he's always asking for it, leave a comment. Because he always just wants comments. I
like the comments too. I like to talk to you guys. I like to, find out what you like about the video, what you didn't, and just in general talk. So, leave a comment.
Yeah. So until next time, TLC review. We will see everybody later.
Have a good night, guys.